Go ahead. Go ahead, Maxine, what were you saying?
I wanted to send my girlfriend the Zoom.
Oh, if you give her, if you can text Electra her email address, I'll invite her.
I just know her cell number.
Okay, just text her cell number, and then Electra will send it to me. And
Very
you just
good.
want her to tune in and listen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send her. I'll give her the YouTube information.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't worry, all this little us chatting before you start, I'll take that off of the broadcast. So, but if you send Electra her phone number,
I want to share. How do I do that? I want to share her contact with Electra.
Put your finger on the contact and hold it, and then it'll come up and it'll say share, or it'll say send or something like that.
Okay, I think I did it.
All right, Electra, will you send that on to me?
Phone number. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, here you go. Electra and I are watching, and so is the world. Okay. Go ahead. Introduce yourself, okay?
My name is Maxine Jones. I am here upon request from Miss Electra James. I am here to explain as clearly as I can the voting process and clear up any misgivings or any questions you may have regarding the upcoming election. I'd like to first of all thank Electra for inviting me. She and Jackie are help me as much as they can with this. I'm not shy, but I'm camera shy. So, but I do enjoy doing this. I love the voting process, and I want to share as much as I can with people. This is a time when people really need to understand what it is, how important it is to cast their ballot. It's very important this year, especially. And there's no need for me to explain why. I think everyone understands that. I'd like to start off by just mentioning a story I heard this morning regarding Governor DeSantis arresting about 20 people, I believe. At least 12 or 13 were Black and voted Democrat for voter fraud. A couple of the people they interviewed, one woman had been convicted and spent 16 years in prison for murder. Another man was a sex offender. These two people were included in that 20. Now, these folks are facing 5 years in prison for voter fraud. If the state of Florida sends you a voter registration certificate, I would think that it meant that you are eligible to vote. However, these folks apparently were not, according to Governor DeSantis. So they are being questioned, arrested, fined, and face imprisonment for voting. It is not clear to me why this happened, but if you are a former felon, if you have been cleared of all your, let me read the formal name for this. Give me just a second here. If you have been fully discharged, if your sentence has been fully discharged, or if you have been pardoned, then your right to vote should be automatically restored to you. I know that's how it works in Texas. I don't know how it works in Florida, but it just seems logical to me that if the elections division in your state issues you a voter registration card, then it means you're eligible to vote. We'll have to stay tuned to see how that works out. we do also need to pray for those people because they've been misled by someone. Now, as I said, if you know of anyone who has a question regarding their voting status, there are 2 numbers I'd like to give you that you can call or have them call. The first is the voter registrar, and that number is 409-766-2280. The voter registrar can tell you if you are registered. And the other number is the elections division, 409-770-5108. I believe that either of these offices can help you and is willing to help you understand if you cannot vote, why it is that you cannot. And if you're eligible, I believe they'll help you to get registered. So please call if you have any questions or if you know of anyone who has a question about their status as a voter. Another thing I wanted to discuss is that, there are states that are doing everything they can to keep certain people from voting. We know who those certain people are. So it is our responsibility to be sure that all our friends and relatives are registered if they're eligible, and if not, to at least, if they're approaching 18, to get them registered. It's very important that we have as many young people vote as possible. All right, and I just wanted to express that if you don't use your vote, you're more than likely to lose it. So please be aware that there are people who don't want you to vote. So take care. Every county in Texas now has to use the new paper ballots. There's nothing to it. There's nothing to be intimidated by. Nothing can go to the internet. Nothing's hooked up to the internet, so there's no question about whether the election is safe, secure, and valid. I promise you, everything's going to be okay. Just show up at the polling location. You must have the proper identification. You know what those are. If you have a question about your driver's license, it can be expired, I think up to 4 years. And if you're over the age of, if you're 70 or above, you can have a license that has been expired for forever. So the ID is not a question. They're military. You can use your military ID, your driver's license, and there are several others that are available to you. Just get to the polling location and we'll help you. Now, the new process, it's really simple. When you enter the polling location, just as usual, you produce your ID. You give the clerk your ID. They'll look you up. If you're not in our list, if you're not on our list, we can call Galveston to find out why you're not listed if you actually are registered. Now, when you produce your ID, we check you in, we give you your access code just as we used to do. In addition to your access code, this time we're going to give you a blank piece of paper. It has a number on it. It is your ballot. You are going to take that ballot to a machine. You're going to select. What you do is you put the paper in the machine. You don't have to push it. You don't have to force it. The machine will accept it, and you will be prompted to touch here. You will touch there, then it'll ask you for your access code. When you enter your access code, you'll touch next. Now, if your paper is inserted correctly, sometimes we understand it may be crooked or something, but we have people who can help with that. But if it's incorrectly, you'll get a big green check mark. Then you'll hit the next button and you can begin voting. You will mark now this is your official ballot. You will mark your selections on this piece of paper that is in that machine. Every candidate will be on the ballot. There are 4 or 5 people running for governor. There's a Republican candidate, a Democratic candidate. There's probably a Green Party candidate. They'll all be on your ballot. It is your responsibility to go down that ballot, select the person you want. If you're a Republican, you will look for every REP or R. I'm not sure how it is this time, but it'll either be an R or REP. If you're a Democrat, it'll have a D or a DEM. An independent, it may be an I. If it's a Green Party, probably a GR or a GN. But you must make your selection on that piece of paper. When you finish, you go through the list and select every person you're interested in. When you finish, it will ask you to review your selections. If at that time you have made a mistake or you have changed your mind, you can go back. There's a back button. You just touch the back button, it'll go back and it'll allow you to change that position. Once you have completed that, you hit print record. It will print everybody you selected on that blank piece of paper you put in there. It will eject it. And when it does, you take that piece of paper, you look over it, it has printed all of your selections. You will take that piece of paper to another machine called a scanner. You will put that piece of paper in the scanner. It will accept it and keep it. Under no circumstance are you to take that piece of paper with you. That is your ballot, but it is also your vote. You cannot take your vote with you. You must leave it at the scanner. Then you will also see the flag just as you did last time. You will see the American flag, then you're done. It is just that simple. You produce your ID. You are given an access code. You're also given that blank piece of paper, which is your ballot. It is ballot paper and it is numbered, which is why you cannot take it with you, because we have to account for every ballot that we issue. You will take that ballot, you will put it into the scanner, the machine, it will accept it, you will vote, you will print your record, you will take that paper when it's ejected and you will take it to the next station, which is the scanner. It will scan your vote. It'll record it. It'll tell you your vote has been recorded and you will see the American flag. It is just that simple. There is no reason for anyone to be intimidated by this process. It is quite easy. Once you have seen that American flag, you are free to go. Again, there is no reason for you to be intimidated by this process. It's quite easy. And every clerk or election official in your polling location will be more than happy to help you with any problems. Don't be afraid or ashamed to ask for help if you need it. This is a new process. It's new to us. We are happy to help you. It took a moment for us to understand it, so now we can help you understand it. So please ask any question that you choose. But remember that there will probably be poll watchers in the polling location. The poll watcher is there to look at me to make sure all the election officials are following the proper procedures. The poll worker should not interfere with you. They cannot talk to you. They cannot watch you vote. They will have no interaction with you. So please don't be intimidated by the poll watchers. This is your right. You have every right to vote. And we want to know if you have any concerns while you're in the polling location, please let us know. Ask for the judge, or you feel free to ask any clerk for any help that you need. It's very important that you know that we are here to help you. We're there to help you. And we want to, and we enjoy helping you. So please, if you have any questions about the process, please let us know. If you have any questions before you go to the polls, feel free to call either of those numbers. They'll help you. They can lead you to videos. If you need to see a video, you can go to SOS 101. That's the Secretary of State 101. They have videos that will show you, but it is so simple. So please come on in. And I know that the Dickinson Community Center, all of us are willing to help you in any way that we can. We are happy to. We want you there. So please don't be concerned about the security of the election, the accuracy of the election. We want to make sure everything is done properly in our polling location. So please feel free to ask us any questions. Okay. Okay, I know that some folks had some questions. I think I have covered, let me tell you what the early voting begins in Galveston County Monday morning. Monday, the 24th through Friday, the 28th. The polls don't open until 8 a.m. We are there from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Early Saturday morning, the polls will open at 7 a.m. and we close at 7 p.m. On Sunday, we open from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now, the following week, Monday through Friday, we're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So we're open Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday through Friday. Then we're closed. All the polls are closed the following Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We open again on November 8th, Tuesday morning, November 8th at 7 a.m. That is election day, and it is over. By 7 p.m., if you are in line by 7 p.m., we have to, although we officially close at 7 p.m., if you're in line, we have to allow you to vote. But we do implore you to come vote early. 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, the 24th through the 28th, the 29th, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., the 30th, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And the following week, we're open the whole week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We give you as much time to vote early as you may need, so that on election day, it is not such a hassle for either the voters or for us. So please try to come and vote early. There are, now, if you know someone, or if you are incapable of getting out of your car and coming into the polling location, if you just have someone drive you up there, we'll come to your car and bring you all the equipment. You can vote at your car. This is called curbside voting. So please tell anyone you know who is not ambulatory or does not care to get out. We will not question why you don't want to come in or why you can't come in. You just show up and we're going to get you voted one way or another. So please remember, if you do not care to come inside, please let us know. There will be a telephone. You can call that 5108 number that I gave you for the elections division. They will let us know that there is someone outside who wants to curbside vote. So please remember that. I don't know what else that might need an explanation at this time. So I'm going to ask Jackie or Miss James to let me know if anyone has questions that I know I seem a bit nervous tonight. I'm under the influence of allergy medication, so forgive me, but excuse me. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. And if I didn't cover anything you need to know, please, at this time, I would do my best to answer your questions.
Okay.
Miss Maxine, do you have a list of the early voting places?
I do, Jackie, but they are on my iPad.
Oh, then we don't want to, okay, that's
And
fine.
I don't know how to.
Where can people go to look for that list?
It's on our website, Galveston Votes, VOTES.org. Or you can go to Vote 411. You'll have to put in your address. That is the League of Women Voters website. They are so informative.
They really
will
are.
be more than happy to help you. But GalvestonVotes.org, you can pull up your personal ballot. You can get a sample ballot if you want to mark your sample ballot and then come into the polling location, use it at the booth. You're free to do that. You cannot use your telephone at this time. I'm sure that may change in the future, but as of this date, you're not allowed to use your telephone. So please vote, either Vote 411 or GalvestonVotes.org can help you with your personal ballot. And it's good to do that because when you come in, it goes rather quickly because you've already made your selections and you can just copy from your
paper. Good,
right.
good
I'm sorry,
suggestion.
my
Very
phone
good.
keeps ringing. My phone keeps ringing.
That's okay.
Okay,
so you can take in a paper though with the individuals' names on them.
Oh yes, you can. You can take it into the booth with you.
Okay.
We ask that you please take it out also. But yes, you can bring a paper in marked with your selections.
Okay.
Do they need to take it out and show tell the campaign worker that they have the list? Okay.
No, ma'am, you do not. No, you do not.
Maxine, I got a thing this morning because a number this morning because I was listening to Sirius XM and they gave out a number. It's a non-biased group that you call 866-GO-VOTE, and it's to kind of protect you when you go to the polls. And the lady was saying, she shared it actually, that called in, and the reason why she ended up having to call them was because they were told that they could go to a certain location to vote. So she went voted, and then she took a lot of elderly people to vote. But
I'm sorry,
the first
you broke up a little. She took a lot of what, dear?
Elderly people.
Okay.
But she ended up, they was in the wrong place. They had switched it. So she gave out that number this morning.
Now,
and-
may I ask you what county was this, in Galveston
oh
County?
no, I was just about to say it's in Georgia because they're
Was it
already
international?
voting. It's in Georgia.
Okay.
Okay,
But-
I'm not so sure about Georgia, but if you live in Galveston County, you can vote anywhere there is a location. If you live in Dickinson and you happen to work in Galveston, you can vote in Galveston. or
But you
vice
cannot
versa.
vote in Harris County. You have to
No.
be in the county.
You have to be in Galveston County.
Okay.
So does
Okay.
that answer your question, Ms. James?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
That
I was just sharing that moment because just
Okay.
in case if we have some situations going on in Texas that's going on
And
in
it's
Georgia. 866.
And it was 866 go vote?
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll have to try that myself.
Okay.
See what exactly what that is.
Yeah, they
But
said.
yeah,
so.
as long as you're in Galveston County, you can vote anywhere there is a location. And I believe there are, it's either I think it's 28. It's either 24 or 28. And I have it on my iPad, but I'm not technically inclined, so I don't know how to go back and forth. If I lose you, I'm done.
We're good. We're
But
good.
I can share that with Electra and she can publish it, I guess,
Yes.
someplace.
Mhm.
If you guys
on my
can-
Facebook. On my Facebook.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will email you all of those. I know that in Dickinson, there will be 2 early voting locations, and that's Dickinson City Hall and the Dickinson Community Center.
Okay.
They're both on Highway 3. And that's all I can remember at this point.
Okay.
But there are several locations in League City, 1 or 2 in Galveston. So there will be enough locations that people will not have to travel too far to reach a
Mhm.
location.
Okay.
Now, if you want to vote by mail, the last day to ask for now you have to, well, you may not know, but you have to ask for an application to vote by mail. You
Mhm.
have to be mailed that application, you return it, then they mail you your ballot. Day you can ask for a ballot by mail is October 28th.
Mhm. Okay.
Shirley,
So,
did you hear that?
and that's kind of late
Did you
to
find
me,
out,
so
Let me.
Yeah, I ain't called my representative. They haven't sent my paper to vote yet.
she asked for a ballot by mail.
Yes,
Okay,
and she hasn't received it yet.
did she? Okay. She needs to call tomorrow,
Okay.
that 409.
She's not in Galveston County.
Oh, she's not in Galveston County.
So
I,
Shirley, I'll get the number for you after we get done. Okay.
Okay. All right.
okay,
Okay.
yes. But remember, I'm sure that deadline, that October 28th deadline is applicable in Harris County too. Now, once you get your application, you can email it to the county registrar. But in a certain number of days, you have to go and take the hard copy.
Yeah.
But for the sake of time, you can email it. But if you have not received a ballot, this is for Galveston County. If you have not received your ballot, if you asked for one, you did not receive it by Monday, or at least by election day, you can come in and vote. And if you did receive your ballot and you've decided not to mail it back in, you can bring it into the polling location. We will accept it. You sign a piece of paper and we allow you to vote there. And we will send that ballot to Galveston. So if you have received one and you don't wish to use it, bring it to us. But if you did receive one and you destroyed it, or you didn't understand what it was and you destroyed it, you can also come to us, but you will have to vote a provisional ballot, which means once they get the provisional ballot and they have not received your original ballot, then that will probably count. But if you have destroyed it, you need to come in and let us help you with that also.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that answers Shirley's question. Yeah.
I'm
My
sorry,
question
I
for
can't
Shirley.
help her, but I'm not, I have enough problems trying to remember stuff for Galveston County.
I'll look it up now, because I know that there must be a Harris County Votes website as well. So,
Oh, yes.
or I can go to the League of Women Voters. That'll tell them I can do that.
And
too.
I would advise that too. The
Mhm.
411 vote 411 is an exceptional website.
I'll do that. I'll go
okay.
there and see what phone number there is, and I'll get
Okay.
that to you, Shirley. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank
Maxine,
you.
You're
can
welcome.
you go
Yes.
over that voting process again? Because I got a text on it. Can you go over the voting process again?
Okay. All right. When you enter the polling location, just as before, you present your valid ID, valid picture ID or photo ID. We will check you in and we will give you a code, an access code. And at that same time, we'll give you a blank piece of paper. We'll then take you to the, I can't, right now, my mind is not real clear. I can't remember what the name of, but it's the voting booth, and I don't remember the proper name. But we'll take you to the voting booth. You will put that piece of paper into the machine. The machine will accept it. Then it'll ask you to enter your touch begin here. Let's begin voting. Now, before you begin voting, you can change the size of the text. If it's too small for you, you can make it bigger if you choose. But when it'll tell you to begin voting. You'll touch that, pardon me. And then if the paper's inserted correctly, you'll get a big green check mark. At that time, you enter your access code. It'll bring up your ballot just as before. You'll see all the names, everybody who's running for governor, everybody who's running for lieutenant governor, Senate. Now, on my personal ballot, there are 26 positions that I have to vote on. Harris County is much larger, but
we had 7 pages.
Yeah,
7
I'm sorry.
long pages.
I'm so sorry, Jackie.
But I did it.
You'll make your choices.
Mhm.
Once you have done, you are to review your choices. Please make sure you have voted for the people you want to. Then you will print. It'll say print record. You will print that record. And when it comes out of the machine, it'll show, when you say print record, it's gonna come out of the machine. It'll suck it up when you first put it in, and it'll kick it back out when you're done voting. And it'll say print record. You'll take that, you look at it, it has all of your selections on it. It goes in blank, but it comes out all filled out. That is your ballot. You will take it then to the scanner and insert it. And it will keep that piece of paper.
Okay.
And it's just that simple. There are two pieces of equipment. Actually, there are three, because we check you in on one piece. Then you go to the next piece. You put that blank piece of paper in. You make your selections. It comes back out to you. Then you take it to the next piece of equipment, put it in, and then you're free to go.
Okay.
And again, it shows you the American flag, and it says your vote has been recorded. And that's it. It's just that simple.
Okay. Okay.
But should you have any question, once you are inside the polling location, you can ask, or you can say, I'm going to need some help, and we will go with you and show you exactly what you need to do.
Okay.
So there is no reason to be intimidated by this process, by any people. Just come in. Like I say, it's easier if you have your selections already done. Feel free to take any kind of piece of paper. You're just not allowed to use your phone, but you can take a piece of paper in. When you come through the parking lot, you're going to be handed lots of cards and requests from people to vote for them or their candidate. You can take that into the polling location with you also.
Okay.
We just ask that you please don't leave it in the booth. Please take it with you.
Okay.
But it's just that simple. It is so easy. I'm very surprised and very pleased with this new process.
Okay. Thank you.
And I just want to repeat what Maxine said a little earlier. Do not let those poll watchers scare you. They are not allowed to influence you other than handing you something.
Oh no, the poll watchers, the folks in the parking lot are working for candidates.
Yes.
You can accept the material they give you or not. But
Yeah.
once you enter the polling location, there will be poll watchers, but they are there to watch the clerks. They are there to watch us, to make sure our process is proper.
Okay.
They cannot speak to you. They cannot watch you. They must not approach you. And I want people to understand that.
Okay.
So, there's been a lot of talk about poll watchers. Most of them are very, very nice people. They're there to represent a candidate or an issue. And they want to make sure things are done properly, but they cannot approach a voter or watch them cast their votes.
Thank you.
So they're there for us.
Okay.
So those people in the parking lot,
Yes.
what if you feel threatened by them? I mean,
If you do, please come inside and speak to and ask for the judge.
and just
We
hurry.
can take care of that.
If you
Yeah,
feel
they are not there. They are not there to intimidate anyone.
Mhm.
If they intimidate voters, you're certainly not going to consider their candidate.
That's right. That's right. But
most of them are nice
yeah,
and respectful.
yeah.
Most of them, there have been exceptions, even at the community center. But for the most part, they want you to, they want to encourage you to vote for their candidate.
Yes.
And it's so easy to reject it. No, thank you, or however you may choose to,
Yeah.
But if you have any problems in the parking lot, there's a 100-foot marker. They are not supposed to be inside the marker. They cannot walk with you out inside that 100 feet.
Good.
They cannot approach you. So, but if you have concerns about anybody in the whole process, then please ask for the judge, and the judge can handle it.
Okay.
What
Thank you,
about-
Maxine.
What about food, water, and shirts with candidates' names on them? What's the process there?
You're not allowed to wear, well, that's what the 100 feet marker represents. You cannot come into the polling location with any kind of, now, if a person is not on the ballot, you can wear your shirts, But if a person is on the ballot, you cannot come into the polling location
Okay.
wearing either a shirt or a cap with their name on it. We
Okay.
have asked people to turn their shirts inside out so we wouldn't see the name, but you're not allowed to influence anyone by wearing or suggesting in any way who to vote for.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can't do it, neither can anyone else.
Okay. Now, a person.
That's
that
why I
might-
try to be very careful about
Mhm.
suggesting that you vote one way or another.
Okay, okay,
That is not my position, and I like to be fair with people. If that's who you choose who you want to vote for, just be sure you make that selection on your
Mhm.
ballot
yes,
and verify it by reviewing it, and that's it.
okay.
So
okay.
I mean, you can, if there's a line, you may need food or water, but there are no regulations regarding, usually we don't have a long line. That's why we encourage people to vote early to
Yes.
avoid lines. But nevertheless, we do manage to have lines on election day, and sometimes the last couple of days of early voting.
Okay.
But
okay.
there are no rules or regulations regarding food or water.
Okay.
So
And
if someone needs their snacks or whatever,
Mhm,
uh,
mhm.
I only suggest if you're gonna bring snacks, bring enough for the election workers, because
Okay.
we're not allowed to leave. So,
Oh.
so we'll take all snacks. And we do have, and I want to thank those people. We do have voters who come in and bring us food, snacks, drinks. Yes.
Mm.
But because people appreciate the fact that we try to do our jobs well. We respect our voters. We
Mhm.
respect the process, and we do everything we can to help people.
Good.
So,
Can you talk a little bit more before we get off tonight about, because it is a great concern about ex-offenders who they're not on paper, they've done all of their time, and they're still have that fear of going to the polls and voting. Can you kind of tell us a
Okay.
little bit more about that?
What I know about it is this: if you are an ex-offender or an ex-felon, former felon, if you have a former felony conviction, once you have, as they call it, once you are off paper,
Mhm.
that's what, once you have paid restitution or done whatever you needed to do to clear your record, your right to vote should automatically be restored to you.
Mhm. Okay.
Or if you have been pardoned
Mhm.
by the governor, then your right to vote should be restored to you.
Okay.
I think there is a special piece of paper that you are given.
Mhm.
So all you need to do is call either of those numbers, probably the voter registrar first, the 766-2280 number, and ask them.
Mhm.
They will tell you if you are eligible to vote, and they will tell you what you need to do to get verification.
Okay.
I don't, if you have a parole officer, I guess then you're not really
Oh,
fully discharged.
right.
But if you know someone in the penal system
Mhm.
who will help you, feel free to call them. But I do believe that the voter registrar and the elections division will do everything they can to make sure that your vote is restored to you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
please call.
Mhm.
If it's someone you know, you can have me ask them to call me. I will do everything I can to help anyone vote.
Okay. Okay.
So please have them call either of those two numbers. But the voter registrar is who will restore or will give you the piece of paper that you need to bring in.
Okay.
And we encourage you, if you've paid your, you paid your bill,
Yeah.
come in
Mm-hmm.
and we can help you. Even if you don't, if you know someone at a polling location, you can go in and I'm sure they can help you. Just call
Okay.
and ask questions, because it's very important, and it's a kind of a precarious situation. If some people don't want to share information with certain people, so just call, ask what the process is, and if anyone does not get the help they need, ask them to call you, Ms. James.
Uh-huh.
And you and I can talk, and I'd like to know, what happened in that situation. But
Okay.
it should not be a problem if you are in, and if you have a question, if you don't know if you're off paper, then please call those people. I think they will help you.
Okay. Okay. Well, we've had a good conversation here on tonight. Time moves so fast. And so what I always do, I see if Jackie have anything she wants to say before we go on.
No,
And then
I
Maxine, you
felt
get
very
the last
comfortable
word.
asking my questions. So
Oh, okay.
go ahead, Miss Maxine. Go ahead.
Well, I'm happy that, I'm sorry, I'm always so nervous when I do these things. If I forgot, and I make notes and I want to talk about this and I want to talk about that, but more than anything, I want people to be comfortable with the voting process. It is so easy. The real intimidation comes when some states try to keep certain people from voting.
Mm-hmm.
You know who those states are, you know who those people are. But it is a felony to vote twice. That's why we let people know, if you have received a ballot by mail and you don't want to use it, bring it in. If you received one and you destroyed it, or you threw it away, or you don't think you got it, come in, we can help you. There is a process for every concern, and we can help you. If we can't help you at the polling location, the Galveston Elections Division can. I find that there are very capable people there. Wendy Fregosa is the new director. She is quite knowledgeable and quite helpful.
Okay.
So if there's something that can't be worked out at your polling location, they'll call Wendy, and Wendy will work it out.
Okay.
One way or another, perhaps not to your satisfaction, but she will get us, there will be a solution.
Okay. All right. Well,
all right. Thank you.
Again, thank you for coming on again to help us
Well,
out.
I'm glad that I thank you for asking me. I appreciate, I love this stuff. I've done it for so many years. Things are changing. We have to change with technology. Why have it if you don't use it? So this is new. Every county in the state of Texas now has to use this process. So it's something we must get used to.
Okay.
At least for the time being.
Yes.
So let's use the process, and the main thing is to get people to come out, because once you get to the polling location, you'll have help.
Good.
Just get people to show up. That's the important thing.
All right.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Go vote. Thank you, Ms. James, for everything you do to inform people. Thank you, Jackie, for helping her and for helping me. And you guys have a great voting season. Starting Monday, with everything's we'll be ready.
Yes.
We'll be
All
ready.
right.
All
All
right.
right.
Anything that comes up, we'll be able to handle it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. You guys have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.